Hi, everyone. Peter Liciaga here. I hope you are doing great today. Today, on my Life Mastery Daily Dose. Today, I want to talk about the power of and the practical execution of honoring yourself, loving yourself. Earlier today, I put up on my community wall a couple of images, graphics up there talking about the power of loving yourself and how that self-love is definitely a form of love and talking about the power of that. And I know when I was a kid, that was one of the last things that I really thought of. Obviously, when I was a kid, no one taught that to me that I had to really honor myself. And by honoring myself, I'm expressing love for myself. And I went many years not really seeing myself as of value. I didn't have any self-respect, and a lot of my actions, you saw that in my actions by my choices, and so there was really no one in my life to let me know that I was special, that I was of value, and it's something that I really make sure that our students, make sure my own kids, make sure everyone that I meet, especially now as I'm growing and maturing and seeing, what's really important in life, letting others know, letting you know that you have value and that there's a love that I have for you simply because we're human beings. We're all struggling. We're all going through tough times, rough times. We have our highs and lows. We're all on this human experience, right? And so today I want to talk about just the power of love, power of honoring yourself, and just giving you guys a couple of things that you can practically implement and execute on that really expresses that truth. Earlier today, on one of my mastermind groups meetings, this idea of flowering yourself. And the moment I heard that phrase, flowering yourself, I thought of like a seed being planted and being nurtured. And then through nurturing, it grows and gets strong and blossoms, flowers. And I had this image in my mind. I said, oh my gosh, this is what I want to do with my own life. And that's what I want to do with the lives of the people that I meet. Whether we do it virtually or whether we do it in person, it doesn't matter. How can I flower myself and blossom and honor myself and have that as an expression of self-love? Okay, so with that being said, honoring yourself and you show self-love. So one thing that you can do something to empower your mind. And I'm going to talk about these 3 habits that I do every single day that really puts me in a place where I'm expressing honor and love for me. And one of those ways is empowering my mind. I get up and I'll listen to an audio and read a book, and that really empowers my mind. It gives me understanding, gives me more knowledge, and really adds to the wisdom that I've learned in my life. And so I want to empower my mind. And sometimes it'll be 5 minutes, sometimes it'll be 15 minutes. And I'll do that in the course of my day. And when I'm in my car, I'm always listening to an audio or even music that empowers me, that empowers my mind, where I can learn something from it, or just it helps to build up the knowledge, and it really puts me in that state, or what Nick would say, in that frequency where I'm learning. Okay, so that's one thing that you want to do when you empower your mind through reading, through maybe listening to podcasts, or maybe to listening to like to TED Talks or something that's going to give you wisdom and understanding. You empower your mind. That's showing honor to you, self-love. And number 2 is feeding and building your heart, that spirit in you, what I call that warrior spirit, the spirit in you that will fight a good fight when you're confronted with challenges in your life, to have the heart of the warrior and the heart of someone that will never give up. And part of that for me is tapping into that higher power that I want to tap into, whatever that means for you. And so I want to make sure that I empower my heart, empower my spirit, and that by doing that, I am honoring me and expressing self-love from me. And then a third thing is my body, empowering my body, giving my body the rest that it needs and giving my body the exercise that it needs, and then feeding my body the nutrients that it needs. And by doing that, I honor my vessel. I honor me. I honor myself. I honor my body. I honor me. And that is an expression, in a very practical, executionable way, an expression of self-love. And here's the real added value to this. This is where it really blows my mind. It really brings home the power of one who honors themselves and expresses that honor and that love, that self-love for themselves through executing on these key areas. The added value to that is that by honoring yourself and loving yourself, you are equipping yourself and empowering yourself to honor others, to love others in a deeper and meaningful way and a very practical and functional way. And I'm experiencing that with my own family, with my students, with my colleagues, with my friends, with the mastermind groups that I'm a part of. And when I meet someone, because I've set aside a time, and I do it early in the morning, this way my mind is prepared, my heart is ready, and my body is prepared for my day. And when I go out and meet people, speaking with you right now, that I can meet you. And when I meet you, I'm equipped and empowered to express love to you, to share with you, what I have to share with you today. I'm just sharing my heart with you and letting you know something that I've learned that have made a difference in my own life, and it's making a difference in the lives of the hundreds and thousands of people that I've connected with over the years. And so I want to encourage you to honor yourself and express that self-love through building your mind, building that heart, that spirit, and then building your body, honoring yourself in that way. I remember many years ago, a good friend of mine, Dwight, I would see Dwight. I met Dwight way back in the 80s when I first got into show business, musical theater, and he was an actor on Broadway, and I went to a show on Broadway that I was going to do, and I was hired to do a show on Broadway, and I went to the theater to watch the show and get prepared to start rehearsals. And I was backstage at the theater in New York, and I met Dwight, and we became great friends, and we worked together in other shows. And over the years, every time I would meet Dwight, and Dwight would always say this to me. He says, "Peter, every time I meet you, man, you're always like new and improved. You're always growing. You're always looking for ways to develop yourself." And this is something that I've always been doing ever since I left New York City, when I decided to get out of the streets, get out of the street life and the gang life, and really make something of my life that I can look at and be proud of. And again, an expression of honoring myself. I didn't know it at the time, but that's what I was doing, and expressing self-love. I got out of New York and I proceeded to improve myself mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, and physiologically. And Dwight's known me for so long, for so many years, and he would say that to me every time we would meet again after years. He's, "New and improved Pete, how are you doing? New and improved Pete." He would always say that, "New and improved Pete, how are you doing?" So we would get together and we would share our life experiences, and it was always awesome. So anyway, I want to encourage you today to empower yourself, to honor yourself, to love yourself, and then by doing that, you present yourself to others as new and improved. Okay, guys, so that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Let me know how I sound, how the video is, and let me know that number one thing that maybe resonated with you today in what I shared with you. Until next time, have a great day, guys. Take care. Bye.